We're now standing in front of the old Cornish Tavern on Old Sandwich Road, the original road between Plymouth and the Cape. It's here that Mr. Cornish and his wife Nabby built the tavern in 1792, except it isn't where it used to be. We're standing on the site of the original location, but in the 20th century it was moved back and today acts as a restaurant again, just as it was back in the Cornish's day. Looking out from in front of the tavern, you look across to the field that they probably originally planted. They call it the rye field because rye grows well here, whereas wheat hadn't for a long time. We're looking at what looked like a colonial farmland. Well, the significance of the tavern here is that this was one of the stops on the old road south between Plymouth and Sandwich. And if you were coming south and you were going to stop somewhere to eat, Mr. Cornish thought, this is a good place. You know, they're going to have the mail stage come through on a daily basis in those days. So we'll put those people up and maybe change horses and stuff like that. If you're looking at history of Plymouth, one of the people who wrote on the history of Plymouth was Abby Morton Diaz.
Aye, Cornish Tavern, 8 miles or so on the old stage road that goes from Boston through Plymouth.
She was a writer of children's books, of books on essays of feminism. She was a secretary of the anti-slavery group here in Plymouth, even as a teenager. She did an essay for the New England magazine back in, I think, 1889. In it, she has an interview with what she says, and it's sort of fictionalized, an old man she found on Burial Hill, and she plays the part of somebody coming to Plymouth who hadn't lived here. And the old man is based on her father, and that is who she's talking to.
Thanksgiving and forefathers, we youngsters took the girls up there sleighing.
And in talking to her father, she mentions about the Cornish Tavern. And he said, oh, yes, that tavern. We'd go down there for Forefathers' Day, and we'd rummage the place and take everything, take over and serve dinner, and they'd have dances and things like that.
6 black horses, black as pitch, if you'll be my lover.
This is a party house. It's when these people came down. I'm Jim Baker, and I'm the historian of Plymouth, Massachusetts, Pilgrims, and everything that came after.